Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you all are doing well this Friday morning. Welcome to Medical Qigong. I'm Mary Francis, one of Henry Jinwali's students. Let's go ahead and open up. Our feet are hip width, shoulder width apart. Settling into the space. Relaxing the feet, letting them melt into the earth. Softening the knees. Relaxing the low back. Tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. And the very top of the head is elevating just a little bit into the sky. From here, we're going to take our hands in loose fists, swaying from side to side. Maybe you want to be a little more gentle this morning if your back is a little stiff, if you haven't been moving around so much. As you inhale and exhale through the nose, you're drawing the breath down as far as it can comfortably go into the abdomen. Gradually, the lead hand is going to start traveling up the torso, towards the very top of the shoulder, trying to relax joints as much as possible. And then we're going to let that lead arm travel back down towards the lower abdomen. Coming back to stillness, releasing the fists, letting the arms hang loose. And then widening the stance by stepping further out with the left. Still keeping the feet parallel as you tap the inner thigh and up at the hip. Allowing the momentum to generate most of the tapping. And then continuing on, widening the stance further, tapping down from the hips, down the inner aspect of the legs towards just above the ankle. Once you're there, working your way to the lateral aspect, and back on up towards the hips, sliding that left foot closer to the right, maintaining hip width, shoulder width distance. Continuing on up the low back towards just underneath the rib cage, waking up those kidneys. Before then placing the palms at the low back, circling down the sides and up the spine. Starting to warm up those kidneys, warming up the kidney energy. And then resting the palms at the low back, closing the eyes. And bringing your awareness fully into the space, into the body, into this moment. Inhaling through the nose, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow to wherever it's needed within the body. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi through the nose, down the throat, into the torso, towards the low back and the palms. And then exhaling, allowing that energy to flow freely to wherever it's needed. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Letting the mind focus on the breath. Letting the breath enter and exit the body freely. And letting the body and mind rest and relax. Gently opening the eyes, letting the arms come back down to the sides and closing, bringing that left foot back to the right. Working on our Golden 8 series, reach for happiness, lung and large intestine, opening up. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Working at your own pace. Allowing the breath dictate the rate of the movement. And relaxing into the exercise. And getting ready to close. Left foot to the right. Opening up For our archer exercise, feet are still parallel for the heart and small intestine. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling, working with your own breath now at your own pace. Everything is as relaxed as possible except for the claw. Getting ready to close. Closing. Opening for between heaven and earth, our spleen and stomach exercise. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Working at your own pace. The more relaxed the body is, the easier the qi in the blood may flow. And if the mind starts wandering away, just gently guide it back to the breath. Back to the moment. Getting ready to close. Closing. Working on our fourth exercise for the Sanjiao triple burner. Turn and look back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Allowing your breath to instigate the motion. And allowing the mind to stay within the exercise. Getting ready to close. Closing. Getting ready for our liver and gallbladder exercise. Twist and release. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Working at your own pace. Maybe trying it a few different ways, faster or slower, to see what works best with your breath capacity, with your lung capacity. Allowing yourself to enjoy each movement within this exercise. And getting ready to close. Closing. Then for health, our kidney and urinary bladder exercise. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling back to standing. And continuing on. Working with your breath. Allowing the movement to be an expression of the breath. And getting ready to close. And closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. With our feet together, bringing the palms together, transferring some of that chi to the palms. Placing the palms at the lower dantian, 3 to 4 finger breaths beneath the button. Belly button, belly button. We're going to travel up your right and down your left. I'm not going to mirror you here. For 9 circles, we're starting to gather all of that chi that we've been cultivating into the lower dantian. And switching directions, moving up the left and down the right. We're starting to concentrate that energy into the lower dantian. Resting the palms at the lower dantian, closing the eye. As we inhale through the nose, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store so that we may use it throughout the rest of our day. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing time for the body to settle, the chi to settle. Thank you so very, very, very much, everybody. It's great to see you. Happy Friday. Henry, please give us information now on the universe.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Thanks for joining us this morning. So I just wanted to give a few tips today before we end the class. I had some good questions, so I wanted to just respond to it to everybody. One of them is, when is the best time to practice and when is not the best time to practice? So the ideal time is around sunrise. That's when the energy is very balanced, and sunrise time is when things aren't busy yet. Not that it's super busy for most of us these days, but still the energy tends to be much calmer in the morning. So I do recommend doing it at this time or even earlier. Sunrise time right now is 6:30, 6:20. So if you do it around that time, that's even most ideal. So if you want to do it then, and then also do it with us at 8:15, you're going to get a really good practice. The times to avoid is midday, like noontime. Okay, the energy of the sun is, for us, it's too much yang at that time. So that's a time that you want to avoid. It's also heart time, and you don't want to strain your heart too much. So I would avoid the time between like 11:30 and 1 o'clock, something like that, when the sun is the highest. The other time I would also avoid is anything that's too late. So don't be doing these exercises at 1 a.m. It's a bit too late. You really should be sleeping at that time. Now, if you have insomnia, you woke up, maybe you can do some Qigong or some breathing exercises and then go back to sleep, but I wouldn't do a full practice. So ideally, I wouldn't do any exercises after 10 p.m. For some people, these exercises can also be a little bit too invigorating at night. So really, your mileage may vary. Some of you, it will help you sleep. Other people, you'll feel like a little bit too much energy and then you can't fall asleep. So really, there's no set rule on that, but in general, I would avoid doing any Qigong exercises after 10. Okay? So that's about time. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's class is Saturday, so this is our extended class day where the first part of the class is the practice. So we'll be practicing 1 through 6 like we did today from 8:15 to about 8:45. And then at 8:45, we'll be teaching a new exercise. This is the energy punch. This is number 7 in the Golden 8 series. So we're almost to the 8 full exercises. So hopefully we can see you tomorrow and we'll do number 7 together.